Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to the Tuesday, July 18, 2017 business meeting of the Council of the Borough of Ringwood. This meeting is being broadcast live and will be replayed on Channel 77 throughout the week. Kelly, statement of compliance, please.
Adequate notice of this business meeting has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Law, PL 1975, Chapter 231, setting forth the time, date, place, and purpose of this business meeting by Consent Agenda Resolution 2017-12, adopted January 5, 2017. Through a legal notice published in the Suburban Trends issue of January 15, 2017, and through notices emailed and faxed to the following named newspapers and posted on the bulletin board at Borough Hall on January 10, 2017. The Suburban Trends, the Bergen Record, and WGHT. At this time, please turn off all electronic devices during the meeting.
Thank you, Kelly. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Spear.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Here.
Councilmembers Davison.
Here.
Landis.
Here.
Noonan.
Here.
Schaefer.
Here.
Also present, Borough Manager, Director, Department of Public Works, Scott Heck, Deputy Borough Manager, Borough Clerk, Kelly Halowitz, and Borough Attorney, Richard J. Klimak. Please join me and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, good evening, all. There being no proclamations and presentations, our first order of business tonight will be the approval of minutes.
A motion to approve the June
Motion.
20th business meeting and executive session. Councilman Davison and Councilman Noonan were absent.
Motion to approve. Second.
Got that, Kel?
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Councilmembers Davison.
Abstain.
Landis.
Yes.
Noonan.
Abstain.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Thank you. Next is general public comment. At this time, anyone wishing to address the mayor and council can please step to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
Paul Rubacki, 99 Edward Drive. Actually, I've been meaning to ask this question. Kelly, at the beginning of the meeting, you say turn off all electronic devices. Why? Because I thought people could record the meeting if they wanted to.
I think she means phones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phones.
We don't want
Yeah.
to ring.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I know there recently was a bunch of New Jersey case law where some Bergen County towns got in trouble for that, so I just,
Not stop them for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently.
because I know I've seen it recorded before
Yeah,
people bring
absolutely.
cameras.
Yeah.
I thought I'd ask since it's a quiet night.
Thank you.
See no one.
I'll make a motion to close public session.
Second.
Motion second on closing public. Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Councilmembers Davison.
Yes.
Landis.
Yes.
Noonan.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Racing right along, there being no old business or any new business, no ordinances are proposed for their public hearing or for their initial hearing tonight. Move on to resolutions.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2017-155, whereas the Chief Financial Officer has certified that funds are available for the payment of the current bill list in the amount of $372,590.94. Supplemental payments in the amount of $2,847,191.17. Merchant services fees in the amount of $105.29. Alcoa Assessment Fund in the amount of $24,806.17. We listed to the following accounts for a total of $3,244,693.54, of which the Ringwood Board of Education got, hold on, I'm sorry.
1.58.
Yeah, the Ringwood got 1.5831710, and Lakeland got 951,000 out of this bill list. And there's a couple $100,000 here worth of lien redemptions and tax liens and so forth. So that's what's in the bill list today. The rest are our regular current bills.
Okay, can I have a motion on approving the resolution?
Moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Councilmembers Davison.
Yes.
Landis.
Yes.
Noonan.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
You know, as we've been talking about for the last couple of years, we've been trying to get Cupsaw Lake Drive done with our DOT funding, and we're happy to say that we've kind of stretched our road program this year, and we're going to be able to complete Cupsaw Drive to Carlinville Road. So we're going to be doing some drainage, and the next resolution is for Cupsaw Drive. 2017-156, whereas the borough requested a proposal for professional services recommendation, Cupso Drive Improvement Phase 6 and 7 for construction and inspection and a construction supervision, contract number 2017-21. Whereas Schwanweed Halls Engineering has submitted a proposal dated July 12, 2017, which itemizes the 3 phases required for the project. Whereas the Chief Financial Officer is certified as to the funds that are available for $30,000 from the line items as listed. And whereas the Borough Engineer recommends awarding the contract to Schwanweed Halls Engineering in the amount of $30,000 for the base bid plus the alternatives A and B, subject to the New Jersey State Play-to-Play documentation and the Ringwood Play-to-Play documentation. Now therefore be it resolved, the Municipal Council of the Borough of Ringwood hereby awards the contract for the construction and inspection and construction supervision to Cupso Drive Improvement Project Phases 6 and 7 for $30,000 to Schwanweed Halls of Oakland, New Jersey.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion?
If I could just, if you notice, we no longer have the certification of funds as we had been doing them. There was a new rule passed, and the local finance board came out with. So the third paragraph, which is the
Yes.
whereas, anytime we are awarding a contract, you're going to see the budget line item as to where that money's coming out of. And the other time you will see that is when we have change orders. We have to show where we're taking that money from. So just,
Okay.
it's just a change, so just so that everybody knows that you're going to see that from now on.
And I understand why they do that in other municipalities, but because we don't take things from different line items when it comes to this type of construction. I'm not going to read those numbers tonight, I'll just put it in the resolution, but we have a pretty transparent process while we do it, but most of the rest of the towns don't do it quite the way we do, so that's why they changed that rule. So I'm just not going to read it, it's going to be in your resolution. So.
Yeah, no, perfectly satisfactory. Thank you for
Yep.
the clarification.
No problem.
No discussion, roll call, please?
Mayor Spear?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci?
Yes.
Council members Davison?
Yes.
Landis?
Yes.
Noonan?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
And Resolution 2017-157 is the New Jersey Department of Transportation Division of Local Aid and Economic Development, a recommendation of award for state aid project, and this is for Cupso Drive. And it's for a total of $411,926.35.
And unfortunately for this one, we have to use this form. This is the form we have to
Yes.
use for DOT,
Yep.
so it's not going to show that. But when we go forward, we will show that when we make payment.
The breakdown's
Yes.
attached on
Well,
the,
and the source of funding for that is pretty
Yeah,
self-evident.
right,
That it's going to be
right.
coming out of the.
Correct.
The 2 DOT local aid grants.
So anytime you can get $411,000 for our road program from the DOT, that's great. Jeff Uhas has managed a pretty successful program every year, getting the maximum that we can get, so.
Yeah, we do very well. Fantastic. Do we have a motion on number 157?
I'll move it.
Second.
Any discussion?
The improvements we've done so far in the first phases have been made a tremendous difference over there, tremendous difference,
Yeah.
yes. And like, Scott, Scott makes the observation, the water to drain off, we have less ice problems too,
Yes.
yes.
Less ice problems, less salt, less accidents.
speed up on the
less
roads with the
police,
plows,
so
everything,
it
yeah.
just,
Yeah,
Was
Great.
there a
Great.
time frame of how long this was going to take?
To do this project?
Yes.
You mean to the completion?
Yes.
It'll probably be done by October.
Good.
the challenging
No, the
section
whole-
though with the
Oh,
up and down, up
yeah.
and down. and
5
all
years?
that.
Was it a 5 year?
You're talking about this particular, the
Cupso.
remaining, it'll probably be done by October. But we've
This
probably been working on Cupso Drive for 5 years.
5 years, okay.
Well, it's phase 7. Is that
Phase
7?
7.
Is that 7 years of DOT grants?
We've done a couple of them together.
We did a
so-
couple of them together, but we, yeah.
Get more
Uh,
bang for
I
our
was thinking
buck
is
by combining
Every
it.
phase was a DOT grant, that's kind of what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah, I think we saved, I think it's 5 years because we saved the first 2 and we did 2 together.
Together.
Right.
Yep.
And we
So,
did
you know,
4 and
then-
5 together.
So it's been a,
Economy of scale there.
Yes.
Once the contract was
and the
rolled.
asphalt, we're paving a lot of roads this year because the asphalt prices are low. And as long as they're low, we're paving a lot of roads. And I'm happy
Good.
to report that this year we're not bonding we're doing everything we can with existing sources.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please?
Mayor Spear?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci?
Yes.
Council members Davison?
Yes,
Landis?
Yes.
Noonan?
yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
2017-158, whereas a contract was awarded to Neil Systems on October 18, 2016, to supply new hardware and software and a reprogram of the Skyline Booster Station PLC contract number 2016-11. Whereas the Borough Engineer has submitted and recommends payment in the amount of $20,654 Now therefore be it resolved that the Municipal Council of the Borough of Ringwood hereby approves payment in the amount of $20,654 to Neil Systems of Newtown, Pennsylvania.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Members Davison.
Yes.
Landis.
Yes.
Noonan.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Resolution 2017-159, this I'm going to refer to Mr. Klimek. This is for special counsel for,
Yes, some background. There's an entity called the Morris County Cooperative Pricing Corporation. That's a consortium in Morris County, New Jersey. What it does is it represents various municipalities, among them Ringwood and about 30, or about maybe 50 others at least, throughout the northeast of the state. What it does, it purchases items in bulk. One of the things they purchase is salt for the roads in winter. In any event, this Morris County entered into a contract with a company called Mid-American Salt. Mid-American Salt purchased salt. Now, we're a member of that co-op, but we're a voluntary member in the sense that we and the other towns, our position is that we can purchase that salt at cut rate prices, or if we can get it at better prices, we can purchase it somewhere else. Well, we, along with many other towns, decided to purchase perhaps some through Morris County Co-op, but through other sources, okay? Now, Mid-American Salt, who provided it, says that they have this inventory, this unpaid inventory of salt on hand, and they're suing Morris County Co-op and about 35 other towns for their alleged losses, okay? There are some law firms, it was agreed upon, we had conferences, some law firms have taken up the cudgel, and they'll represent various towns to save costs, because we all have the same issues and defenses. So I recommend at this firm, Laddie Clark out of Sparta, because they're representing numerous other towns in the case. Okay, so using economies of scale with one law firm representing multiple towns and keep costs down, and they'll represent us in the case. Okay, so this is a resolution. There'll just be one correction, not as labor counsel, but special counsel for that
Right.
case. Okay, so this resolution retains them to represent the borough in that case.
Okay. We have a motion.
I'll move it.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? I think we talked about this in executive session last meeting. Great. Take a roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Council members Davison.
Yes.
Landis.
Yes.
Marsala. Noonan.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Great, thank you very much. Next on the agenda, consent agenda resolutions. Kelly, would you take it away?
Will. Whereas the mayor and council of the Borough of Ringwood has reviewed the consent agenda consisting of various proposed resolutions. Whereas the mayor and council of the Borough of Ringwood is not desirous of removing any resolutions for individual action from that agenda. Now therefore be it resolved that the following resolutions on the consent agenda are hereby approved. 2017-160, approval of consent. 2017-161, approval of payroll and payroll transfers for May. 2017-162, approval of payroll and payroll transfers for June. 2017-163, approval of voided checks. 2017-164, authorized redemption tax sales certificate various. 2017-165, authorized redemption of municipal liens various. 2017-166, authorized refund state tax court appeal block 508 lot 2.26. 2017-167, authorized refund to escrow accounts various. Those are from the planning board. And 2017-168, professional service invoice for Kingsley and Hope intersection survey and design, contract number 2016-106 in the amount of $4,800.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
and second. Any discussion?
Quick question. How are we doing with tax bills this year?
are we doing what?
Tax appeal.
Our tax appeals have not been too bad this year.
Yes, we have very few tax appeals. The only, of course, we have one major one, the North Jersey Water District. But other than that, there are very few tax appeals. The assessments are very fair, generally speaking. Universally speaking, the assessments are fair. There were not many appeals at the county tax board. There are no new appeals in the state tax court, which is rare. Well, that's been about the last 2 years, because the management here has been administering the assessment program very vigorously and fairly. So everyone hopefully is getting a fair shake. There'll always be some issues, but so far it's been successful this year.
Great. Very good. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Yes.
Council members Davison.
Yes.
Landis.
Yes.
Marsala.
Yep.
Noonan.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
I'd like to come back to this resolution. I'm sorry, I think there is a typo in the 166, yes. That amount is in error.
Which one?
166, Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that amount is in error.
The 100,000?
Yeah, that's the amount of the reduction in the assessment.
That's not the dollar, but the tax
Not
dollar.
the payment, yeah,
Okay.
Looks like it was pulled off of the wrong line item.
yeah, okay.
That's how I got it.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So we'll fix it.
yes, okay.
So their assessment went down by that much, but their tax dollar
The
did not.
tax dollars
That's
went
right,
down,
yes.
whatever the rate is.
I don't have.
About a 3,000
Yeah,
total.
we have to
yes.
We'll just get it. We'll
We'll get
get
that
it.
tax.
I just want that cleared for the
Yep,
record,
I will.
okay?
Moving on, next order of business is the manager's report.
I know you're all upset, but I have a short manager's report tonight.
It's okay, it's 8:16.
First, before we go any further, the tax bills, I know we're getting a lot of calls about the tax bills. Where are our tax bills? Well, the tax bills have not been mailed out by the tax collector due to the delay in the county and the state levels in calculating the tax rate for 17. As you know, you can't do anything until the state adopts their budget. The state also cut the school budget, so they had to rework their numbers. So rest assured, your taxes, you will get your tax bills, don't worry about it, but they haven't gone out yet. Please don't call here, and if you do, don't call my office. But they will be going out, and it's unfortunate. I mean, everybody, once the state adopts in the school, everybody else has to do their process before we can send out the bills. So, because remember, we are the collector for all those other agencies, so we have to make sure that those are appropriate and certified before we can move forward. So,
Correct. Thank you.
we're done. Okay. Road program. Summer and fall, we'll be paving a lot of the roads. As I said a few minutes ago, we're going to take advantage of the low asphalt prices. They're very low, and we're doing a lot of different programs. Westbrook Road, we're going to actually also, we've also agreed to get, Wanacu's cooperating with us, where they're going to do their section, because for those of you who know or don't know, from the bridge by Stonetown Road until Townsend Road is all Wanacu, that's not Ringwood. But we're doing the restoration work, and we're gonna build Wanacu for that, and we're gonna pave the road from basically Stonetown Road to just about Tulip or just after Tulip. So that's all getting done now. Dale Road in Stonetown, also getting done. Ellen Street in Stonetown's getting done, Wimbeam Lane, Cupsall Avenue up on top, Summit, High Point Lane, Club Road, parts of Kingsley Road, Apache Trail, Petzold Avenue, Horseshoe Bend, Birch Road, Beach Court, and Kendall Drive. A lot of these roads are getting drainage. A lot of these, I'm a big believer that when you're rebuilding these roads, you rebuild them, you fix the drainage problems, because that's where when you see all that alligator cracking in the roads, that's all drainage problems. So we do what we can to fix them. We do all that as much as we can in-house. Our guys do a great job. They just finished up the upper part of Cupsall Avenue. So that's what's going on there. And of course, Cupsall Drive, we're going to finish the last section from approximately Kendall Drive all the way to the end to Carlindale Road, including West Circle.
Yeah, I got it.
And we're also going to do, is it on here? The Loop. Did I say the Loop on here?
I didn't.
That's all part of the Cupsall Drive program, those two roads, because we're going to finish that section.
I received a call for some people that live on Ellen and Road, and they're very happy that that's going to be paved.
They're probably happy today. They're not going to be happy next week, but then they'll be happy again. Because we're doing milling, we're tearing,
Right.
we're doing drainage, we're doing, so there's going to be some inconvenience, but yeah, that's good, so. As I said, the DPW has been installing various degrees of drainage projects on all these streets prior to paving, and we're also going to practice the streets for paving. And we're currently coordinating with the Morris County Co-op to pave, to develop a schedule for the program. Paving is tentatively for the end of July and beginning in August. Cupsaw area is going to be probably completed in October, because we got the drainage to do there. But I will tell you that the Tilcon came in today and said that they were probably going to start paving early next week. the Stonetown area. So we got to coordinate that. We also want to make sure that we don't have paving shut down when the bridge beams are coming, because there's a rumor that they're actually coming. So,
They're on 287.
oh, okay.
They're
But it's over a period, of a couple days, so, so anyway, so we're gonna make sure that all works. We've been doing some, design work on Kingsley Road and the Hope Road intersection to try and make it safer, doing some regrading and doing some things, and that hopefully will be completed in this program. 6 and 7, I'll give you a little bit more details of Cupsaw Drive. This project continues the previous 3 projects that were constructed using DOT grants during the fall and summer, winter months. Now this project is done and ready to go out. We received the 2007 DOT grant, which will complete Cupsaw Drive to Carlindale Road. May 26th, Ringwood was notified that we received an additional $250,000 grant, and Ringwood also received a grant in 2016 of $225,000, and both of these grants we're using to pave the Cupsaw Drive project. So most of Cupsaw Drive, certainly not all of it, was paid for with grant money. Ringwood receives DOT approval for construction plans for this project and was advertised in the newspaper, and the contractor is DR Mullen, who's going to be doing the work out of Oakland. After the award is made to the contractor, the required paperwork is going to be submitted, and we're going to start the whole process. So that's underway now. We would love to get that done by October. Recreation, it looks like I got a couple pages here for recreation. Summer Splash 17, the Borough will be hosting a summer event on August 5th. There'll be a giant slide, moonwalk, obstacle for kids, volleyball games, and other games available. So please join them for a great time. Sign up through Community Pass. You can sign up for that through Community Pass like everything else.
What time is that, Scott?
12 to 3, looks like 12 to 3. So, so Community Pass is where you go for that. Summer basketball and cheerleading program went very well. They were over at this point. The youth tennis group camp begin also every Wednesday night at the Borough tennis fields. In addition, the youth camp, there's also an adult tennis camp that takes place on Wednesday nights. Speed and agility camp is starting on the 17th at Lakeland High School. Soccer camp will begin on August 14th at Hewitt. Important for all the fall sports and the coaches, we're going to have our last class, and it's probably until late November or late in the fall on August 19th, and you can register. That's for your Rutgers class. Register online. And, we're one of the only towns that pay for the Rutgers class ourselves. We don't, every other town you go to, they charge you the $45 or $50, or you have to go wherever. We've kept it so that we feel that if the coaches are volunteering their time, they shouldn't also have to go to a town, 30 minutes away to take a class and pay for it. So that's why we've managed that. Ryan became Rutgers certified so that he can do it himself, and so that's what we've been doing, and we're going to continue to do that. Oh man, yeah, it looks like they've been busy. Recreation also is ongoing for Tai Chi and Fit to be Toned, which is an exercise program for this fall. They want to thank Skyline Lakes Properties Association because evidently you allowed the clubhouse for free on Wednesdays for the fall for a Tai Chi class, and sometimes these classes, there's a lot of people who want classes, but we don't have locations. So providing a place like that is awesome for the community, because now they have a place where they can run classes. Again, you go to Community Pass to sign up for those programs. So we have discount tickets for theme parks, action parks to the rec department.
Bless you.
And we also have discount tickets for the Jets versus Kansas City game on December 3rd. And again, Community Pass is where you go through for all that stuff. So I updated you on all that kind of stuff. I had a lengthy report to the last meeting, so Mayor, that's all I have, unless you have some questions this evening.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
When we bill Wanacue for work for paving, how do we charge them?
We don't actually bill them for, you mean for our labor?
Our labor and,
Well, right now, we have a shared service agreement where our borough engineer does all of Wanacue's road program projects, and we bill him hourly. We have a contract with them where we bill whatever it costs us, however hours, we have an hourly rate. And we will also bill for whatever time it takes our DPW, it's just like Pompton Lakes, we send our sewer truck down to Pompton and we clean their catch basins for X amount of dollars. So it's the same thing here, we're gonna send them a bill. But the actual paving itself, they'll be paying Tilcon their fees, we'll be paying our fees. So.
Any other questions or comments?
Mayor, I am going to have an executive session later, that's all. I'm sorry.
I had this wrapped up in a half hour, Scott.
Yeah, it wasn't going to happen.
Councilman,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
you see? This is how it gets done.
Sorry.
Moving on to mayor and members of the council. I do see one resolution here. Resolution supporting Assembly Bill A222, Senate Bill S2171, New Jersey Library Construction Bond Act. I guess this was sent forth by League of Municipalities?
This was actually sent forth by the libraries.
Library Association.
The
Library
library?
Association sent it
Okay.
over. But yes, I did pull everything from the legislative
Yep.
page.
Any discussion on this? Did you get a chance to review it? Looks like another $125 million in general obligation bonds directed to library construction. What's the thought? Support for that? Do you think we have an extra $125 million around that we can, hard to say, no? Yeah, look at these people. They're not having it. All right.
Okay.
We
I'm
bond
in
not.
Support of libraries, but
Yes.
Are we going to see any of it?
No, probably not, no. No.
I mean, we support the libraries. We have a very nice library up here, which we
We support the library
Support.
very well,
and
actually.
I think we support it well ourselves, so I don't think we'll see a dime of that.
I'd rather send the Assembly, Senate take care of this.
Yeah. There's like $3 billion or something in type of unobligated, obligations that we have for our retirement funds and such that has to get taken care of at some point. Okay, moving on. Members of the council. Councilwoman Schaefer.
I only have one thing. Congratulations to Skyline Firehouse for receiving their grant of $159,000, I believe it was. And kudos to them, all the work that they put in to receive that award, and they deserve to get it, and I'm happy that they did. And that's all I have.
Good to see. Thank you. Councilman Noonan.
It's summer, it's hot out there, make sure you check on your neighbors, especially the elderly. Sometimes they're a little hesitant to reach out for some help.
Thank you. Councilman Marsala.
I have one short thing. I just hope everyone's having a great summer vacation. Watch the kiddies in the lake, around the lake. Don't speed. Watch your kids in the pool. Scott always comes up here and tells us all the work that our DPW is doing. And the one thing I think we always fail to mention, and I noticed it when I was driving down one of our roads the other day, is I do a lot of litigation, a lot of different type of litigation, one of which is risk management and claims, especially worksite claims. The one thing I could say is that our guys, when they're working, probably follow the letter of the law and OSHA requirements to the T. I noticed it as we were, I was driving down the road and our guys were doing some work, and I just noticed everything that they had out, and I'm going through the OSHA regulation. I'm like, oh, well, comply. So not only do our workers do a great job and a lot of work in this town, they've saved this town a lot of money. Shouldn't say that if negotiations are coming up, but the supervisors and Scott himself, they really take the safety of our employees seriously, and you could tell when you see a job site. So kudos to you, kudos to all the supervisors and the workmen themselves too. So
I'm just going to add to that a little bit. We do take it very seriously, and our guys have buy-in to the safety program, and I enforce it. If I show up and I see something that's not appropriate, we deal with it. But I'm going to tell you that there's more good news to that. Kelly has taken over our insurance when Sue Rodick left, and she has taken the insurance really seriously, and she has safety meetings and bulletin meetings, and she has reduced the lost time accidents for the Borough of Ringwood in half. You know, by education, by informing, by, you know, so there's two aspects. Yes, I insist that these guys follow all those rules, but equally as important, Kelly has reduced our work time loss experience, which results in cheaper fees. So, you know, so she deserves a round of applause for that, because she's really, you know, sometimes I say, oh, I don't want to go to that safety meeting, I have to be honest. But you always get something good out of it. There's never a meeting you go to where you don't get some good information, and so it's nice that you thank all of us, but she is a big part of that.
Thank you.
Hey, good
Thanks.
job.
Kelly. Good
And
job.
sign-in sheets.
Sign-in
everything.
sheets.
Yeah, so we
Sign-in.
have them.
If you ever want free advice, just call me. Not to step on your toes, counselor, but
I'm going to tell her, don't give her any more ideas.
it's one of the areas I deal in. Let me tell you, I see some real stupid stuff out there, and my theory is every lawsuit arises out of some idiot's lack of common sense. So,
Yep, good point.
Councilman Davis.
Progress, and this is El Poa weekend for those people that want to join in the celebration. Everyone's welcome. And in the main beach area, and the Little Beach Library will be open all day for those that want to see some artifacts and so forth. It's better.
Oh, very good. Very good. Councilwoman Landis.
Well, a resident recently contacted me in regards to our borough dog barking ordinance, and I reviewed our current ordinance, and it was about 4 sentences, extremely vague. And I've looked at some other towns, other municipalities' ordinances, and they seem to be a little more comprehensive and don't leave much to interpretation. So I'm going to be seeing if we can somehow maybe revisit that ordinance and, yeah.
Mayor, if you would like, if you can send me the ordinance that you looked at. that,
Sure.
I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't looked at it in a while, but if you send me that ordinance.
Yeah.
Kelly and I will review it, we'll talk about it, we'll make a recommendation to all of you at the next meeting. So,
I did look, I have.
Yeah, we were.
We kind of
Yeah.
talked a little bit about
Oh,
it,
okay.
so I'll get you.
yeah, so we'll
Okay.
make a recommendation.
Excellent, thanks.
poor Fido.
Deputy Mayor.
No, I'm going to help Fido.
Okay, good.
I'm helping Fido. I'm taking care of Fido.
Motion to adjourn. Mr. Deputy Mayor.
Yeah, just a couple things. One of the topics we harp on is speeding, tailgating night on the way to the council meeting. I was on Greenwood Lake Turnpike. I was doing about 49 miles an hour. Somebody tailgating me, hitting high beams, and then they turned off at Cupso Lake. So,
That wasn't me. I was coming the other way. So.
but, I mean, I don't understand it. On Saturday in the Skyline Lakes area, we had a motorcyclist who was driving a little too close to somebody who was making a left-hand turn. And when he turned around, he had to make a very sudden stop. He fell with his motorcycle, brand-new motorcycle, and wound up denting some of his motorcycle because he wasn't paying attention. So I guess that just in summary, I mean, I don't know what to say because I know the police have the radar, speed limit signs out. They've had patrols out. People, I mean, it's Ringwood people that's doing it. I mean, you got to just slow down. If you're in the parking lot, give the other person a chance to pull out of the parking space before you chug along. It's just, it's got to stop. I mean, I don't know. I've tried to talk to the police chief to see if we could raise the fines to speeding fines to $1,000, but unfortunately, we can't. But it's unsafe, and where are you going? Okay, unless you're a EMT, fireman, policeman, where are you going? So that's all I got.
Scott, on that note too, on when you come by Little Beach on Erskine, on Lakeview, and people come around that curve to go down Erskine Road, they're flying. Now there's a walkway there where you're supposed to stop if children or somebody's crossing the road there. Well, they're lucky if they don't get hit. I've gotten a couple of calls of complaints from residents.
Yeah, Erskine Road and Lakeview Avenue is a tough intersection. It's a blind curve. We've elevated some of the trees there. We've put signage up. It's a tough spot. And
I mean, I don't know if
thought
we-
about moving the crosswalk to the other side of Maple Road. The problem is then it's not so visible coming from the other way. So
Yeah.
it's really a bad intersection.
It really is. And there's a lot now with swimming lessons and all going on. Children are crossing there all the time, and, kids aren't always paying attention, and somebody's going to get hurt there. I mean, I don't know if we can put a police officer there at different times.
Well,
or-
they have definitely increased their patrols in the lake areas, all three lake areas. But obviously, we can't station somebody there, but we have increased the patrols. And Chief Walker has also, as I mentioned at the last meeting, got some more guys certified in motorcycle enforcement, so, because I think a couple of our guys retired. So I think you're going to see some improvement, but the reality is, the people who are doing the speeding are the people that live in the area. It's generally not the people that don't live in the area.
I know.
When they do get pulled over, it tends to be your neighbors, and, it's
Well, they should know
sad.
better.
It's true.
My goal this summer, I'm either walking or biking every street in town, and I've been doing a lot of the streets and all the lakes, and it just amazes me, some of the things that people do. So we all need to be a little self-reflective when we're driving, because there's never that much of a hurry, but it happens every day. And I see it every day when I'm out there. I spend a lot of time on the road.
I just don't want to see some child or
I agree.
somebody get hit by a car there.
I know it's a high priority of Chief Walker as well, and the
Okay.
police department. They've been doing what they can, but the problem is if you're not there at that moment, they can't do much about it.
Very difficult intersection. I mean, I do it a couple of times a day, and it's I blame it on the people that live on the other side of the lake or Tubbs. But they go down and we have to stop.
Right.
Because you don't know who's coming up first and who's coming right. So maybe a slow sign would help. I don't know, slow down, slow. I don't know.
Yeah, we put crosswalks ahead, we put some pedestrian ahead signs, we've done some different things, but I'll talk to Chief, maybe there's something we could do.
It's fine.
I'm going to start to tell residents, just try to get the license plate of these people that.
Well, yeah, but they can't do much about that unless they're willing to sign a complaint, so that's not, so, we don't want any altercations.
Counselor, I think we need a resolution to go into executive
Yes,
session.
this would be Upper Ringwood EPA.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, resolve that the municipal council enter executive session to discuss the following matters. This will be Upper Ringwood EPA, this is potential litigation, and to obtain confidential legal advice. To further resolve the minutes of the meeting be maintained or available for public inspection upon conclusion of the matter. The public is advised that when the municipal council returns from the executive session, that it may take formal action on any matter discussed therein, or it may take formal action on any other matter. Motion, please.
So move.
A motion
Second.
and a second. Roll call, please.
Mayor Spear?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci?
Yes.
Councilmembers Davison?
Yes.
Landis?
Yes.
Marsala?
Yep.
Noonan?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. We'll, did you have?
Very quickly, I think this library grant, I know you guys support the library anytime you can, but I think this requires a matching grant. I think we would have to pay
Yeah.
funding as well, so,
Correct.
just so you know. This is not just a grant where you can apply for it.
Not just bonding and then,
The Borough of Ringwood would have to match the funds, so that's why I don't know that the public knew that was necessarily, so.
Doesn't make it any more attractive. I mean,
No,
we're maintaining our buildings
Makes it
as
less
best we
attractive.
can.
From the borough's
you know?
perspective, we don't have that kind of funding at this point. That's why I was suggesting.
Yeah.
So, that's all.
Okay, very good. At this point, we're going to adjourn into executive session.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
shut your mics off.